What's up, family? Man, I'm back with another one. Man, I want to have a real heart talk with you guys today. I can't even talk. Man, I want to. Man, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna delete and start over. Man, family, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. And today I want to talk about the difference between just surviving and thriving. Surviving and thriving. We all survive to some extent. And what am I talking about? We go through things in life, and man, it fucks us up. You know what I mean? And we go through some traumatic, some painful stuff. We go through some stuff where we've lost something. Man, it's a great tragedy or whatever the case may be. And it's like as though God, source, universe, whatever, man, it's as though they pulled the rug from up under our feet. You know what I mean? Man, and it's like you're walking the walking dead. You know what I mean? You're walking like a zombie. You don't know which way is up. You don't know what the hell is going on. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's just as though you just gone. You know what I mean? And maybe you guys haven't gone through that. I know that I've gone through that. You know what I mean? I've gone through that a lot. You know what I mean? For some reason, I've gone through that a lot. You know, man, the last time was this year. You know, I'm 53 years old, and man, here in March, this past March, man, my whole life was flipped upside down. You know what I mean? Man, I knew I moved to a new area last year, and man, I didn't really know a lot of people, and man, shit just went bad fucking fast. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? And when something catches you off guard and it completely surprises you, and you're left on your own. You're left in a new place, not knowing anyone, with nothing. You know what I mean? You don't have anything. That was my situation. Man, didn't have anything, except for the shit I had on, you know. Having to sleep on the fucking train. You know what I mean? That's crazy, and I would see so many people on the train. And I would always think, man, okay, God, by the grace of God, that's not me. You know what I mean? By the grace and mercy of God, you know, that would be me, you know. Um, but then this year I found myself having to do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And it just fucks you up when you sit there and you're just like, man, I know life has got to be better than this. I know I didn't come this far just to have to be stuck in this shit. I know I didn't go through all the hell that I've gone through in my entire life for this to be my end. I didn't go through all the hell. I didn't grow and learn and move beyond all the shit that I've done in life just for this to be my fucking story. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so you go through the survival mode of, man, I don't give a fuck about the future. I'm just trying to make it through today. You know what I mean? However, whatever's gonna happen. That's just out of my fucking control. I just gotta make it through today. And it's not, you get to a point, it's like, I'm not even trying to make it through today. I just don't give a fuck more. Whatever happens, happens, and man, I'm done. You know, I'm fucking done. And it's like you're in survival mode. You just all your hope, all your joy, your peace, everything's bow snapped away from you that fucking fast. You go from a place of, man, trying to help people to I don't give a fuck no more. You know what I mean? And just real talk. You know what I mean? It's a trip because, man, one moment I did two live streams. March 18th, I did two live streams that day. And it's crazy now that I sit back and reflect on it and how everything played out. Man, the second live stream I talked about that day was, man, they had no choice but to do it. They had no choice but to do what they did. Stay with me. And it's like they don't even understand why they're doing what they're doing. They have no choice. March 18th, they have no choice. They got to do what they got to do. And the thing about it was, man, because God is trying to set you up. They got to play their role. They don't understand why they got to do what they do. They don't understand why they're about to break your heart. They don't understand why they're about to just dog you the fuck out, betray you, sabotage you, whatever. They have no fucking understanding what the fuck is going on, just like you don't. They just know that they have a role to play. And their role is, man, I got to do this. And that fucks you up. That fucked me up. You know what I mean? Now that I sit back on it, I went through a lot that whole weekend. You know what I mean? Just what the fuck? What the fuck? And now I sit back and it's like, okay, God, man, thank you. Thank you. See, I was in survival mode. Man, I was fucking homeless. I didn't have shit. Nothing except for the shit on my back. Fast forward. God, thank you. That's the difference between being in survival mode and thriving. That's the difference between surviving and thriving. See, in thriving, you're grateful. See, you got to be grateful in order to move out of survival mode. Survival mode, you ain't really grateful. Survival mode, man, I'm not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? It's just, man, whatever happened, happened. Man, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I don't know how I'm gonna make it up off this bitch. I don't know if I'm going to make it up off this bitch. This motherfucker fucked me up right here, right now. Fuck love, fuck people, fuck women, fuck dudes, fuck anybody, everybody. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? Because now I'm in self-preservation mode. And the truth is, I really wasn't really into self-preservation mode. I wanted to die. I wanted to just end fucking life. I was just done. I was done with God allowing people to break my fucking heart. I was done with God allowing people just to walk out of my fucking life. I was done with the fact that God allowed people to just keep treating me like I ain't shit. Here I am trying to help humanity. Here I am trying to sow into the lives of others, being blessing and helping. Da, 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 da. And the motherfucker that I hook up with, the people that I fall in love with, the people that I become completely transparent with and give my all to, I ain't shit to them. They just throw me away like used fucking toilet paper. And I was just done. I was done. It wasn't about really surviving. It was about just being fucking done. I just wanted to check out. The truth could be told, you know what I mean? And God had to talk to me and show me some stuff. And I sit back and I smile now, and even a few months ago, I was able to smile about it. It's like, okay, God, I don't understand it, but okay, let, let's rock this bitch out. You know what I mean? Let's walk this shit out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where you're going to take me, but I'm game. I'm game. And the trip is, I've always known that everything always works out for me. And see, the trip is when you go through something devastating, you go through something life changing, life altering, when you go through something as fucking crazy as that shit was, you don't remember. You're not remembering at that time that everything is always working out for you. You're not remembering that, man, God's got your back, that God has always had your back. You're not remembering any of that. You're not remembering, man, I'm chosen, I'm favored. You know what I mean? You're not remembering any of that. What you remember or what you understand at that point is, man, I'm done. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, man. I'm done. I can't no more. I can't. I don't want to anymore. I don't want to be in love anymore. I don't want to hurt anymore. I don't want to feel pain anymore. You know what many of us do to take away that pain, to take away that hurt, that loss? Man, we'll go to dope. We'll go to drugs. We'll jump in another relationship. We'll do anything to take our mind off of that. We'll do anything to take our mind off of the lesson. We're not even focused on whether there's a lesson or not. We just see the hurt, the pain. And we're trying to eliminate it at all costs. Especially when you're my age, you know what I mean? And you're tired of feeling this way. Again, I'm 53 years old. You get tired of being disappointed and brokenhearted and frustrated and abandoned and rejected and da 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 da. You get tired of that shit. It's overwhelming at their certain point. You know what I mean? Man, you're done. You're done with the bullshit. And then in the process, you start remembering who you are. And then during the process, you start getting your bearings back. You start understanding some shit. You start releasing some shit. You start understanding, okay, God, let me have a woosah moment. I know everything is always working out for me. God, I'm brokenhearted. God, I'm frustrated. God, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't understand why this shit is happening. I don't understand. I have no fucking clue how this is going to turn out. And in the beginning, we're kind of scared. If the truth be told, because we don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know what's going to happen to us. And then along, you keep going. You keep surviving. You keep getting up day to day and just doing the bare minimum. And sometimes in survival mode, man, the best thing I could do today is survive. The greatest thing I could do today is survive. Fuck helping anybody else. Fuck doing anything outside of just fucking surviving. I made it through the day. I made it through the night. That's my great accomplishment for today. That's my great accomplishment for yesterday. I survived. I survived to see another day. And in the beginning of the process, that's all we can do is survive. And that's the hardest thing. Because, man, truth be told, man, check the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm done. I'm done. I just want to run away somewhere. I just want God to fucking kill me already. I'm tired of him torturing me and fucking me over. Just fucking take me out. So the greatest thing you could do is just survive. That's part of the process of growing. That's part of the process of healing. It's been in survival mode. It's a self-defense mechanism. But at some point, we have to learn to transition from survival mode into gratitude. We got to make that leap. We got to make that change. Okay. I lost everything. I lost my woman, my possessions, everything. Man, God, thank you. I'm still here. God, thank you that I'm not in prison fighting for my life, fighting for my freedom. God, thank you that I'm not spun out on dope. God, thank you that I didn't lose my mind. I lost it, but thank you that I didn't lose it to the point to where I'm now wandering the streets and it's never coming back. Thank you, God, that during my emotional nervous breakdown, I didn't murder somebody. Thank you, God, that during my emotional nervous breakdown, I didn't go back and kill them for fucking me over. See, because there's a lot of people that have done just that. They've hurt or killed the person that inflicted the pain on them. They've hurt or killed the person that caused them so much pain and that took everything from them. And so during the survival mode, during this transition, man, I didn't feel like I had a lot to be grateful for. And so I had to look for things to be grateful for. And so I started transitioning into gratitude. God, thank you. Thank you for these little things. I can't honestly say thank you for this person hurting me because I'm not there yet. I can't say thank you for the situation I'm in because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Part of the process. I have to get there. But what I can say is thank you that it's not worse than what it is. Because it could be a whole lot worse. One of the reasons why I got this mug. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. That's the key. See, what most of us do, we live in the past. What this person did. What this person didn't do. And that's what fucks us up. Learning to live in the moment, okay. I can't control that. It's done. Now, thank you, I got something to eat. Thank you, I have my jacket. It's cold as fuck out here. Thank you that I can at least sleep on the fucking train. Thank you that I'm not out in the weather. Thank you that nobody's fucking with me while I'm sleeping here on the train. Live in the moment. Be grateful for the moment. Because there's a lot of people that didn't make it to that moment. And so when you learn to be grateful, as you stop focusing on all the pain, all the loss, you shift the dynamics of your life. See, learning to be grateful, living in the moment is the transition to go from surviving to thriving. That's the transition. That's the connection. Living in the moment with gratitude will take you out of survival mode into thriving. You can't get to thriving from surviving unless you go through the process of learning how to be grateful and living in the moment. Living in the moment. Now, thank you, God. Not just for the things that you've allowed to happen. See, now I'm starting to understand the whys. And I know I don't completely understand all of the whys. And it's going to take time for that to be revealed. But what limited knowledge that you've given me, I'm grateful. Man, because I survived that, I understand how resilient I am. Because I've gone through all of that hell and that brokenness and loss and pain, and anger and hatred, that rage. I understand. I understand how strong I am, how determined I can be. To go from being rejected and abandoned and thrown away, left with nothing, lied on, character assassinated, all that bullshit. I can go from that back to loving. I could go from that back to growing, back to healing, back to giving to others, sowing into the lives of others, being nurturing and compassionate. I could go from all that pain and that suffering and that darkness back to being a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light. I can go from being suicidal and so depressed, so angry, so frustrated, back to allowing my light to shine again. It's not about getting the stuff back. See, when you start thriving, yeah, you can start getting your stuff back. When you start thriving, you start getting better than what you had. All the things that I've lost, all the material things that I've lost, I've replaced with brand new stuff, my own stuff. That's a representation, a reflection of me thriving. This is not about trying to floss or flex or show off or anything of that nature. It's about simply saying, man, I'm still here. And I'm not just still here, I'm better than what I was before. I didn't allow that to kill me. I didn't allow that to take me out the game. I went through the transition. I went through the process of being in darkness and finding my way back to the light, finding my way back to me. There was a lot of lessons I had to learn. There was a lot of things I had to face. I had to have some heart-to-heart conversations with myself and with God. I had to let go of some things. I had to let go of some people. And that broke my heart. That made me feel unloved, unwanted, abandoned, rejected, and all those other things again. But I had to remember who I was. I had to remember who I was. I went from sleeping on a train, not having anywhere to lay my head except on a fucking train. And I'm telling you guys this, because you never know what phase somebody's in. You never know just because you see somebody that's homeless, you see somebody down and out. You don't know what their story is going to be. You just see them right now in this part of their life journey. You have no idea how fast their life can change. You have no idea how powerful that person really is. You have no idea how connected that person really is to God, the source, the most high. Be careful how you speak on that person. Be careful how you look at and treat that person. You have no fucking idea who that person is. You have no idea what that person's about to accomplish in their life. So don't be casting judgment. Don't be sitting there telling them they need fucking Jesus. Don't be telling them they need to come to church and get fucking saved. None of that other bullshit. Leave them the fuck alone. Send them some love. Send them positive energy. Send them healing energy. And let them be. Let them be. Today's what, the 4th of August. So we have what? March 18th, April, May, June, July, August. Not 5 months later. Not 5 months later. I'm in a totally different place. Obviously, I'm in a different housing situation. But all my stuff in 5 months have been replaced. I have more stuff than I had then. It's not about just the stuff. Today, I finished paying for my trip to my vacation next month to Egypt. I'm going to Egypt for 7 days. I'm going to go to the Sphinx, to the pyramids, take a cruise down the Nile River. I wanted to have this trip paid off last month. And for a minute, I got frustrated because I hadn't paid it off. And God had to check me. Elijah, man, 4 months ago, bro, you was ready to die. 4 months ago, you was ready to give up. 4 months ago, you was so hopeless and helpless. 4 months ago, you was in a dark place, in an angry, toxic ass place. And here it is 4 months later, you got all this new stuff, brand stuff that you've had to pay for. Okay, you didn't finish paying for your trip. You got time. Why are you stressing over it? Why are you tearing yourself down? It hasn't even been a year yet. You've gone from homeless to finding a place, a nice 3-bedroom place, to furnishing it. And you're talking about going on a vacation? Elijah, relax. Stop being so hard on yourself. Sometimes, when we start thriving, we can become very critical of ourselves. And that takes us back down to that survival mode. We start looking at ourselves and getting mad because, man, I'm not accomplishing this fast enough. But man, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And it's like, stop. Live in the moment. Be grateful of where you're at. Be grateful of what you've accomplished. Live in the moment. Gratitude. Gratitude. Stop being mad and frustrated, Elijah, that you didn't pay this off yet. Be grateful that you're paying it off. Be grateful that you're in a situation that you're going to have it paid off. That you're even in a position to even think about this and to consider this. Because 5 months ago, this was nowhere in your plans. 5 months ago, you had no idea, no plans, no thoughts whatsoever of going on this vacation. You wasn't buying all this stuff 4 months ago. Relax. Live in the moment. Be grateful. In whatever situation you're in, whether you're in survival mode or whether you're thriving, remember gratitude. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful. Remember, gratitude took you out of survival mode. It transitioned you to thriving. In order to get to the next phase in your life, it's going to take gratitude. You have to have gratitude. That's the cheat code of life. That's the transition from one phase to the next, from one area of your life to the next. Gratitude. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to bless you, to encourage you, to inspire you. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.